Hi, Ivan. Welcome to my show, Learning from Life Experiences, for another lively interaction. And I want to share one thing with you here, Ivan, that the previous two sessions which we had done together received a tremendous response from our audience. And I'm looking forward to more interaction with you, and we will be able to not only do that, we'll be able to give value to our audience, and will be able, that way we are going to make a difference in their lives, and that is what the aim is. Yeah. So how has everything been with you, Ivan, last week?
Yeah, this video is working with people.
Yeah.
I get a lot of responses. They ask me about you, that
Oh.
what is your role, what are you doing? And it gives me that liberty to talk about you, that how passionately you are doing your second innings of your life.
That's really nice of you. And I think this is what the collaboration is all about. You see,
Yeah.
So when we do it with the aim of giving to the society, we also get abundance in return automatically. We don't have to run after anything. I think this is the best part of this entire thing. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So moving forward, Ivan, so what are you going to talk about today?
I don't know. The stage is yours. You have said, so you have to start the call.
Okay. So if I remember correctly, last time when we were discussing, there was a point about inner voice. So there was a particular sentence you mentioned that if we listen to our inner voice, then we can really achieve a lot of things in our life. So can you tell us about what exactly is the concept of inner voice for the sake of our audience?
Yeah, now inner voice. I always had this inner voice, like I basically come from that Christian background. So we have that Sunday church, then we have that typical, way of doing things actually. So when I was small, like I was put into these Sunday schools, and there are certain things which we have been taught, like God is in you, God is residing in you. You always get that feeling of somebody talking to you from within. God is in your heart. So these things, like I was always being told when I was child. So always like that, a fear, like if I do anything, like I gonna get a punishment, I gonna get this, or I have to do something good. That inner voice when I was child, I always had that inner voice deep within me, because I would be thankful for all the people who played very important role to seed that inner voice thing into my heart, into my mind. Maybe this I should be thankful to God and universe, who had actually put me into a situation whereby this seeding of inner voice was there within me, right from childhood. But when do we start listening? That was the all, the game about. Like, when did I start listening to my inner voice? That is exactly when my transformation has happened. So this is what I call my inner voice. My inner voice, when that became very powerful, So that is what my inner voice. So I had a different kind of inner voice at different time. So when did I get that courage? It's all about that.
Yeah. So do you mean to say when you were a child, your inner voice used to tell you something different, and as you grew up, the inner voice always told you something different depending upon the stage of your life you were in and the kind of situation you were in?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when I was like small as a child, like the people, what they used to do, like many children used to this specific type of a pose or this specific type of something. But I had some voice within me telling me that I should do this, I should do that, I should not be doing this, I should be doing that. I should not be hanging out with them. I should be doing that. I had this a good thing and a bad thing within me, actually. But then I was not knowing that this is something called as inner voice. Because I thought this is a conscious, this is something a conscious, so I never thought that I should listen to, basically, I was not aware of my inner voice, actually. So this is what happened to me in my childhood. I used to always wonder, how certain children, they were able to do well in their exams, what they were doing extra. So my inner voice was telling me that I have to be continuous in my studies, but I would not be listening to that. And I would be wondering that how these girls are doing it. So my inner voice, it was like talking to me. You should be focused in your studies. You should not be spending time playing. You should not be doing this. But I was not listening to my inner voice, and I was just doing things. What was fun, what was not serious. I was not serious about my life, actually.
And now thinking back, if I ask you, if you go back into your time and think about now, what do you think could be the roadblocks which were preventing you from listening to your inner voice as a child? And later on, as you grew up, when did you become conscious of things and you started actually listening to your inner voice?
Actually, I lost my dad when I was 17. So kind of a different kind of a inner voice, I have to be strong. I have to be support for my mom. I have to do this. I have to do that. The kind of responsibility I gotten at the very early age, 17. So I had my inner voice talking to me that you have to be responsible. You have to take that leadership. You have to do this for your mom because your mom is a young widow. So you have to do so many things. Means my inner voice actually gave me a gold sheet. That this is what you should do for your career. This is what you should do in your married life. This is what you should do about your partner. This is what you should do about your children. But I didn't have that courage to listen to my inner voice. Because at 17, when I was doing my graduation, my inner voice actually was telling me to do higher studies. But actually, I end up getting married. Because I thought maybe that is the way I can support my mom. So I didn't listen to my inner voice when I completed my graduation. I thought, okay, this is what everybody is telling. So I should listen to what people are telling, but I should not be listening to my inner voice. So this is where, the entire shift in my life has happened. See, when you're small, you do not understand how things are gonna be. But that life-changing decision which happened to me, that was after my graduation. That is the time when I didn't listen to my inner voice.
And when did you get that realization, and when did you actually start listening to your inner voice? Because that time, of course, one of the reasons could be because of the responsibility which came to you so soon in an unexpected manner on young shoulders. So the situation was such that you had to go by a different thing other than what your inner voice was telling you. But later on, when did you get that realization, and when did you actually start listening to your inner voice? At what stage of your life?
That was too late. I already done with a lot of damages. Already irreparable damages was done, and then what to tell, Okay, now I will put it like this. When I completed my graduation, my inner voice was telling me to study more. But I had my limiting belief. Can I study? I am not a good scorer. Can I do that? This is easy. Marriage is easy. Do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then when I went into my career, I was put into a very big corporate structure. I actually got that opportunity into shipping industry. My inner voice was telling me that I need to upgrade my skill. I need to do something. I need to be in the system to learn about it. But I had that people problem, So I was switching job from one place to another. In 7 years, Colonel, I changed 7 jobs.
Oh my! So 1 year, not even a year in a job. Oh.
Yeah, because my inner voice, it was actually telling me that I need to work on this particular thing rather than running here and there. I need to work on myself. But I was looking on the external factor, the jump in the career. It actually gave me the raise in my salary. So I actually compromised with my inner voice. Hey, you keep quiet. I'm getting the money.
Yeah, I know it is quite natural with everyone. Yeah.
So I actually kind of had a compromise with my inner voice. See, money you are getting. What else you need?
Yeah.
So my inner voice had to keep quiet because I wanted money. Then what has happened? Then my entrepreneurship journey has begun. So see, already I am in a problem and I'm not able to handle people. And I am now coming to build a team, to build a people for me. So my inner voice is telling me that I need to hang out with that right kind of a people to get value, to value myself. But again, I am choosing all wrong decisions. The kind of leadership, what I want to do it. So my inner voice is actually telling me the kind of people with whom I should hang out with. But again, I'm taking all wrong decision because I always opted for the easy way of doing things.
It happens with most of us. It happens with most of us. We always try to find the easy way out from every situation.
Yeah. So I was like kind of my inner voice, that had a pretty clear vision, but I has put a lid on my inner voice that keep quiet, please don't open your mouth because you are irritating me, So I had put my inner voice into a tin and then I said, you are not needed anymore because I'm too smart to handle my things all alone.
Okay.
So this was me actually. Yeah. So you asked me a question that when did awareness had come?
Yes.
My life-changing awareness, actually, it has begun with my daughter.
Okay.
Because I actually lost the connection between my inner voice. When I say inner voice, I actually lost that perfect piece of my spirituality.
Okay.
Because I have lost the sense of that actually. So when I see my daughter, she was like 2 years, and that was the first time that she told me, I love you.
Oh.
So that inner voice had come back to me again. And that was such an amazing moment when my daughter said this to me, that she loves me. I was thinking, somebody can love me, because because my son, see, he was like, they are basically 9-year difference of age actually. I never got any such thing from my son, but my daughter said this to me. She said me, Mom, I love you. You are the most pretty woman on earth.
Oh.
My God. Now I was like, what is this girl telling me, that she loves me and I'm the most pretty woman on earth? That's the first time I had a connection with my inner voice again.
Okay. Oh.
That I lost my sense. But somebody is trusting me and loving me.
Yeah.
I need to do something for this girl. Then I see her. Then I started closely watching her. Then I see her. She spends most of her time in front of mirror. She used to act like a Cinderella. She used to...
Sorry.
She used to act like Cinderella. She used to act like Hannah. She used to act like Superstar. She used to act like Power Rangers. Then I was thinking, even I was like this when I was child. And then she used to come up with such bold statement, like she used to say, "Mom, my friend is so very mean to me." Then I will think, how she can say that somebody is mean to her at this young age, and why I am not able to say this? How did I lose this connection? You know? Then we did discuss about her school challenges actually, right?
Yes.
So even during those time also, she was like very clear in keeping her opinion, in listening to herself. She was very clear. And I was thinking, what am I doing? My daughter is teaching me to listen to, she is listening to herself. Why am I not doing that? So I started spending my lot of my time, again, my lot of my time on my spiritual books, which I lost somewhere. Okay. I was doing it. See, I was doing it. It is not that I was not doing it. I was doing it, but I lost that connection because I became too much worldly.
So when you came back, when you reconnected with your inner voice, so how did it change you and your life and people around you, environment around you, when you started listening to your inner voice?
That was very difficult thing to do actually, because already I have done a lot of damages. Now repairing work was not easy. So listening to inner voice actually was not a very easy thing for me to do. But somewhere I had to start. Somewhere I had to do this for the betterment of my children, for the betterment of my people, of my office, of my staff, and of my people who is around me. I have to do. I was actually totally into a changed personality. Like, I was a dreamer when as a child, like I used to think so many things like mountain, green grass, beach, sea. I actually lost all those connections. So, when I wanted to build again, to hear to my inner voice, I really, really had a lot of problems because it was not easy. And the kind of a place where I was placed myself, actually, it was not allowing me to listen to my inner voice. And I started feeling out of the box suddenly.
Oh, okay.
Suddenly, I started feeling that I do not belong here. This is not me. No.
Okay.
That awareness, that clarity, what I got, but I was not knowing how to fix it. I was not knowing how to repair it. I was not knowing what to do. But suddenly I started feeling that I am not placed to be here in this situation. This is not me.
Okay.
I have a bigger purpose and I am kind of stuck here. This is not me. That awareness I got maybe 3 to 4 years back, maybe 3 years back when my daughter was like 3-year-old. So now she's gonna be 6 actually. So her growing stage, my inner voice actually started coming in. I feel it's a caring mother also because I wanted to do for her. So that is how I could regain my momentum with my inner voice again. So in fact, nobody was able to understand me. Nobody.
It must have been quite difficult for you. It must have been
alone.
It must have been a very, very tough situation and difficult times for that particular moment.
Yeah, because people are telling me, life mein aise hi hai. This is the way life is. I started attending many counseling, I started attending many therapy. I started taking up many courses, because I started listening to my inner voice.
Yeah.
But I am kind of stuck somewhere. The rules and regulations of the society.
Yeah. Yes.
And, the norms, certain principle, certain stigmas. I was kind of stuck, So So it's not easy to listen to your inner voice at a at a later stage of a life, but it is easy to listen when you are young.
Yes.
But it is very difficult to choose that inner voice, because already you are into a comfort zone, you have a social status, you have many people to take care, you have many people to look upon. It's not easy, but it is worth listening to inner voice. It is worth. It is worth.
So now, Ivan, now that when once you, as you said, about 3 years back, you started listening to your inner voice, and you became more aware of the thing, and it also started making a difference in you as a person. And once it happened in you, automatically the effect must have been felt around you also, with your family, with your children, and at your workplace also. So did this I would say reincarnated inner voice which you started listening to, did it also help you in creating a bigger vision for yourself now, and you're more I would say more clear or more aware as to what you plan to do now and also in the future, not only for yourself but for your children and also for your colleagues at workplace?
See, the kind of what you call reinforcement, or some term which you
reincarnation
just said.
I said reincarnation of the inner voice.
Okay. I got a feeling of born again.
Oh yeah.
I got a feeling of born again. That was 3 years back. I got the feeling of born again and being stuck. Okay, this was the feeling. But my transformation process, which happened quite some time back actually now. Now after this process, I am able to take that step. I am having a vision. I'm having people with me who have a similar vision, who my people around me, they want to make a difference in people's life. So being born again and stuck, that was also not giving me result. Because when I am born again, I should be living a life as an example, right?
Yes.
So that started happening after I went through the process. After I went through the process. So lead by example, it started happening only after when I put myself into a system. Only it started happening there. And in the system, I actually met some amazing people. Now we are all not very much closely connected. We don't reside nearby. We all are scattered around. But still, our mind is keeping
connected. Yes.
We are all connected here. And, different time zone in many oceans cannot stop us to make a difference in people's life.
Yeah, I really resonate with you on that part. Like the system has really made a difference, not only in our life, but it has also helped us in making a difference in other people's life also. And that is something really amazing which has happened. And I think this is one of the reasons why we are interacting like this.
Actually, you will not believe that now I get emails from my clients that they want to work with me. I get people's like, they want to help me, they want to do this for me. I used to think, is this for real, that people want to help me, people want to work with me? I have never experienced all this. The joy of getting things, the joy of living in abundance, I never got any such thing before, but now I'm getting everything. Now the people, with whom I was chasing for business, they are like chasing me, like, they are telling, we want to get collaborated with you. Now this joy of getting chased by people, this is simply superb. And when I feel that, I feel, oh God, what I was missing. When I started listening to my inner voice and taking action, that is when the magic started happening. So taking action is important actually.
Ivan, for a person who, like, you have already seen both the phases of this coin, I would say, or both the sides of the coin, like what happened when you were not listening to your inner voice, and how it has changed your life after you have started listening to your inner voice, and how the entire world around you has changed automatically without you wanting to change it. Things like abundance is coming to you. So what would be one message for the people who are still not into the similar zone, or who are still searching for abundance? So what would you want to convey to them in terms of listening to your inner voice, and what all things should they keep in mind while doing that?
I'm sure everybody has this inner voice in them.
Yeah.
It is about taking action. It is about taking the right decision. It is about being with the right people.
Yeah.
So I'm sure everybody has this inner voice in them. They are just missing this three: taking action, taking decision, being with the right people. So this is what I would like to say, that take action, take decision with the right people.
That will change. Not only will it change you, but it will also change the people around you. It will also change the outlook of everybody, and it will really make a difference in the entire environment around you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm living that life actually. Yeah. I'm the example. People are communicating with me. They are trying ways to connect with me, and the joy of helping people, the joy of doing things unconditionally, that is something I never ever imagined, that I gonna be in this position to do all these things actually.
That's really great, Ivan. Like it was a, I would say it was a kind of a new awakening for me also. Like I also started listening to my inner voice at the age of almost at the age of 59 years, after I retired, after I spending one part. So I fully resonate with you on when you said ki I really reacted after it, when it was too late. But yes, it is never too late. As we say it is never too late. Even at any stage, you can, if you once you have that realization, and once you start taking action, you start being with the right people, automatically things will fall in place. So one last parting question, Ivan. So how does it connect with success, and what does success mean to you?
For me, success, it's like doing great things in one particular day. Like when I'm getting up in the morning, I do great things for everybody around me. That means a lot. That means a success to me actually, because I just want to do great things for everybody around me. The people who are connected to me, I just want to do things for them. So this is the thing I call this as a success. This is what is success means to me.
That's really great, Ivan, and it was a great pleasure to be interacting with you again, and I'm looking forward to see you again next week, same time, and we'll have something different to talk about, and something new to give to our audience. Thank you very much, Ivan, and it was great interacting with you. Actually, it is always great interacting with you, because every time you have come out with something new, and some new awakenings, or some new ideas, which really makes one think and realize how beautiful things are around you, which we tend to miss out. And it is always good to take action before it becomes too late, or before we have to regret as to why we didn't do something. Thank you very much, Ivan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Take
Bye.
care.